Welcome back to episode 3 of How to Swing. I'm Emma, aka Ukulele Woodshed, and in this episode we're going to be putting together everything that we learned in tutorial 1 and tutorial 2, and we're going to be putting it into our first swing song. And we're going to learn a classic swing song that was made famous by the Benny Goodman Band, featuring Charlie Christian on the guitar. And although Charlie Christian was by this time using electric guitar, he was introducing electric guitar into the swing world, you can still hear that steady quarter note beat while he's comping or accompanying the other musicians. So I'll link to some versions of this song down below, as well as a version that I did with my band, the Lava Birds, so you can listen to how we did it as well. So let's get started. Okay, so for this song we're going to use the following chords. We're going to use a D minor here. We're going to use an A7 here. We're going to use a G7 here. We're going to use a C7 shape here. We're going to use an F shape here. And finally, we're going to use a D minor bar chord shape here. And that's it. Those are all the chords. Now, as you know, we've seen some other positions, inversions of these same chords. So, for example, the G7 I showed you here, we could also play it here. The C7 I showed you here, we can also play it here. And the A7 here, we can also play here. So, as you learn the song and as you get comfortable with the chord shapes, play around with the different shapes and see which ones you like the sound of. You can change them up in different parts of the song to make it sound a little bit more interesting. Before we get to learning the song, there are a few things you need to know if you want to play swing music, and one of the most important things is to understand how your chord sheets work. So here we have an example of the sheet for I've Found a New Baby. We're going to ignore this first part. It says verse here, but what it means is this is an intro. We're not actually going to play this. In most jazz standards, the verses have been taken out, and what we play is actually A twice, 1, 2, B, A. So it's A, B, A is the structure, very often of swing songs. And what happens is you repeat the A, various times until every instrument in the band has had a chance to solo. So perhaps the singer sings through an A, then the trumpet solos over an A. All the while, us on our ukulele, we're going to be providing the harmonic information, the rhythm behind each section. So for the sake of our tutorial, we're just going to play 2 A sections. If you want to, you can look at this chord sheet and you can continue to play the rest of the song. Now, importantly, each of these sections represents 4 beats. Quite easy, right? So this D minor here would be 4 quarter notes, 4 quarter downstrokes on our ukulele. In some cases, you can see that there are 2 chords in a bar, and this just means that we divide each chord into 2 even down quarter notes. So 2 downstrokes on the C7 and 2 downstrokes on the A7. So I'm going to play through this section of the song so you can hear how it sounds. And by the way, if you're interested, the app that I'm using here is called iReal Pro, and it's really great for finding jazz chord lead sheets. So if you're interested, I can do another tutorial on how to use this app another time. So let's listen to it very quickly. Now, you might have noticed as you were listening that the first time through the A section, they play this A7 chord. This is what's called a turnaround, which brings us back to the top to this D minor chord here. And then the second time through, they play the F chord, because then it leads to the B section, which is an A7 chord. So now let's play it on the uke. I'll put these bars on the screen as you're playing, so you can play along. When I play this song with the Lovebirds, we usually play it a little bit faster. So this time I'm going to play through, I'm going to sing along, I'll count you in, and see if you can follow along with me. And also pay attention to what chord shapes I use. I'm going to alternate them a little bit. Okay, are you ready? A one, a two, a one. I found a new baby, a sweet honey boy, my fashion play baby, has thrilled me with joy. His new way of loving has made me his slave. The sweet turtle darling is all that I crave. Okay, so that's it for tutorial 3. I hope you've enjoyed this introduction to playing swing ukulele. Obviously this style of music isn't necessarily made to be played on your own. It's nice if you can accompany yourself with your voice, or if you can find some friends to accompany you on other instruments. But I hope you enjoyed the course, and leave any comments or questions in the chat box below, in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.